What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today it was day 14, 13, something like that. We have got 22 sales to show you. Obviously yesterday we had a bit of a tough day. Today is back on track, 22 sales. We have started recording a little bit later, so there's an extra couple of sales in there that would have been counted for tomorrow's, but blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be at the eBay Open, so I am not here tomorrow and Wednesday. We are still throwing out some videos. They're going to be showing you what I pick up from Vinted. So I think there's 2 videos that are Vinted hauls from packages that I picked up, which is nice. Let's get straight into showing you what's sold. So first up are these Oshkosh trousers. These are everything you want from Oshkosh. Burgundy, they're wide, they're big, they're massive. They've got the big ass legs on them. These got listed this morning and sold for £45 straight away. Next up we have a Sea Salt knitted sweater vest. This is basically exactly what you want from Sea Salt. It's lamb's wool, it's chunky, it's a sweater vest. These are great. The only thing better than this is having the multicolored versions. They do like 45. This is sold for 30. It is like a plain sort of like oatmeal-y one. I believe it was a slightly smaller size as well. I can't remember exactly, but maybe like a 10. So yeah, sold for £30 on Vinted. Next up, another item from Oshkosh. This sold on Vinted for £35. It's 100% linen. It is a jacket. It's not the most Oshkosh, well, it kind of is. It's like in the borderline. It's boxy, it's lightweight, size 14, sold on Vinted for £35. Next up, we have a Toast denim skirt. It is a slightly longer version. This sold for £35 on eBay. Again, Toast and denim does all right. This isn't like the most enemy, like toasty, sort of like chore. It hasn't got loads of pockets or anything like that. But it is a staple and it is sound and it's all for £35. Next up, we have this jacket from Rapha. It is not really a cycling jacket, but if you did know, Rapha do their like main line of clothing as well. I don't know whether this is classed as one of those or cycling. It is just an insulated jacket. We had serious interest on this literally 2 hours after listing it. I listed it for 50. It sold for 46, I believe. Yeah, we had loads of interest on eBay and Vinted, but eBay took the sale. Next up, we have this Boden jacket. It is a leopard print. It feels slightly veloury, velvety. It's very nice. And by nice, I mean it's hideous. In the title, we had Cat Slater, because why not? Slater! And it sold for £50 on eBay. I never in my wildest dreams thought that this was going to be a pickup that I would sell for £50. It was actually a bit of a whim, and we sniped it pretty quickly, but we weren't 100% sure on value. 50 squidderino. Next up, we have another Toast denim skirt. This one is shorter, and it sold for £35. Next up, we have a Boden Moon tweed jacket blazer from Boden. I can see it is a size 16, and it's sold for £49.50. Boom, Moon tweed, gangster. So next up, we have this toe skirt. It's wool. It had a massive hole in it. We sold it for £17, was it in the end? It had a hole in it. If it didn't have a hole in, I'd be expecting around the 30 to £40 mark, probably around 35 like the other 2 skirts that sold today. But yeah, it had a massive hole in it. So next up, we have this Burberry liner for a trench coat, and it sold for £59.99. We paid, I think it was about £13 all in. Again, with the Vinted stuff, I usually pay a tenner, so it's £13, £59.69 all in. This sold for £59.99. It did take a little bit of time to sell, but when you're selling stuff like this, which is basically a liner, but somebody can wear it as like a statement piece or whatever, they don't always sell super quickly. You can see the Novacek coming through on some of the seams, which gives it that sort of like air of like coolness or whatever. Yeah, quilted liner, 60 quid. Next up, we have this Burberry dress. It is terrible. It is awful. It was meant to be new with tags. It is not new with tags. I paid £5 plus all in, so like £8 maybe on Vinted. Sold for £30. Took too long, but it did sell back on Vinted, I believe. Yeah. Yes, so we don't get any fees on that. So overall, it's a win, but nah. So next up, we have this Leeds top. It is from Score Draw. We mentioned Score Draw yesterday. This is a really cool, it's like a really old version. We paid £2 at the car boot, along with a massive bundle of Leeds stuff, like a signed shirt and stuff I've got to deal with as well. This sold for, I want to say £38. So it sold for £38 on eBay, which is fantastic. Because normally with the Score Draw stuff, it's anywhere between like 25 and 35, depending on how cool it is. This one is cool, so bang. Next up, as always, our Cezanne stuff is fantastic. It is great, I love it. It is that like shabby chic sort of style. This one's got some floral expedition-y bits on it or whatever. This sold for £45. We paid 10, so £13, whatever it is on Vinted. Happy days. It is a UK 6, and this is what I'm saying about Cezanne. You can pick up pretty much any size, if not preferable when it comes to like 6 to 8 is usually like really good. It seems to sell. Next up, we have another Cezanne blouse. This is very similar. It's florally. This is I think we put Paisley, but I'm not 100% sure if it's actually Paisley. It's all for 35.
38.
£38 on eBay, which is fantastic. Another £6 piece out of the door. I love picking up this brand. It sells like hotcakes. Next up, we have this Barber insulated jacket. It's like a long one. It's a puffer. Sold for £36. It's women's. Is it microfiber?
It's dang.
It's Dangfield. So yeah, not the most fantastic jacket in the world, but still sold for £36. Old label, so it may have taken a little while. But again, if I'm listing in the summer, what do I expect? It is gone. Happy days. Next up, we have another Bowden Mooney Tweedy jacket. This one sold for £30, was it?
£31.49p.
£31.49p. Again, similar to the other Bowden stuff. This shit flies out. So next up, we have this Polo Ralph Lauren hand knit. It is very much Christmassy in pattern, so that's probably why it's taken so long to sell. It sold for £80 and we picked it up for 30 in a charity shop. They wanted 50. I managed to negotiate with them because I've got a bit of a relationship with them. And we got it for 30, but it sold for 80. So not the best seller in the world. We've held it for too long and we had to wait for Christmas to really start getting it going. But it's a really cool piece. Hand knitted Ralph Lauren stuff like this usually does really well. It's just that the pattern probably lends itself more to Christmas time. Next up, we have this Ted Baker coat. It sold for 79. I'm just going to double check. Yes, it sold for $79.99. I've been told in the reseller group by a couple of the ladies that do a lot of the women's clothing that these Ted Baker coats sell well. I've only ever sold one before and it was on Vinted and it didn't sell for as much as this, but this sold. It's black, size 3. I think it's a size 14 roughly on UK sizing. It's had a little bit of time to sell, but of course, listing it in the summer, what do we expect? Finally sold, $79.99. It is worth the wait. Next up, the polar opposite. This is sold in under a couple of days. I think it's literally 2 days. But this is a Belstaff Cordura fabric jacket. It's got a lot of the shoulder pads. It's got forearm pads. It's got back pads. This is a motorcycle jacket by Belstaff. Again, the motorcycle stuff doesn't do as well as like some of the more casual wear, in my opinion, or at least my experience. But this is a really cool jacket and it sold for £45. We paid less than £10 all in for this on Vinted, which is fantastic. Next up, we have this diesel puffer. It's Downfield, which is one of the reasons I picked it up. I think I paid £12 for this in a charity shop. It is sold for £68. It has taken its sweet ass time to sell. Again, big label, but again, if I'm listening in the summer, what do I expect? This is going relatively local, actually, only up the road. So really good sell, £68, happy day. So next up, we have some Echo trainers, the MXs. I thought these were going to sell for a lot more because they're in good condition. Echo's a fantastic brand. If these were Gore-Tex, you'd be looking at like closer to 50, right? But they ended up selling for £20, which is a little bit disappointing, but again, came from my £5 contact when it comes to shoes. And item number 22 sold for £25, again from a contact with the shoes. These were £5, they sold for 25. They were UK 11. These are like water shoe Timberland type vibes. Yeah, again, not the best sale in the world, but most of these shoes are £5 a piece, so we'll get what we get from them and it'll be okay. So that's it with all the sales. 22 out the door, some pretty good value overall. We've had some really nice pieces that are sold, like the diesel jacket, the Ted Baker, some good value, the Burberry liner were all fantastic sales, and then we've had some bread and butters, which is usually the case, right? But hopefully you'll enjoy the switch up in content for the next 2 days. They are going to be Vinted pickup haul style videos, right? So it'll be a little bit of a different switch up for the next 2 days, and then we'll come back to the solds again. We will be about 50% through the challenge after the next 2 days, and then we've just got to grind out another 15 days of this, right? I've been talking about it, and I might continue with the videos, maybe not as frequently, right? Like, I don't think anybody needs to see my face every single day, but maybe like once a week we'll start uploading some videos. Maybe we'll do like weekend hauls or weekend sales on a Monday morning. That could be interesting. If you don't already, then me and Benji do a podcast called Work in Progress. If you'd like to follow that, subscribe to that, that'd be fantastic. And also, if you are interested in learning more about these sorts of brands and what to look out for in business in general when it comes to the reselling world, we are involved. We are also involved in the reseller group. Is a paid Patreon of £20 a month. And we host like 9 live calls a week. You can watch back a lot of the previous content, and you can expose yourself to like-minded individuals when it comes to reselling. So if you are interested in that in any way, shape or form, make sure you click the link below.